she as the body, if she is submissive, if she's a good woman, if she's all that, if it was just a temporary lapse because women are women, like why would you put the fish back on the ocean? Why not keep the fish?
Throw the
Okay,
fish back in the water because I got options.
Fatty.
Oh my God.
Hey, this is HQ, and I was doing a review of this fatty panel, but it was only a small segment of the panel. I was doing the review of the conversation they were having with Osa, who was in a relationship with a fellow YouTuber called Love, right? And he got into this relationship with Love, and it lasted a couple months, I'm assuming, and then we all saw them get together, and then now they're back and they're not together. So, I am not a proponent of somebody who gets involved with people on the internet. I wouldn't be doing that because I don't. People present what they want to present. Most people do present what they want to present, and then their lives are totally different from outside. Okay. People might think my life is different from the outside. You just never know how it is. So Osa presented himself as a logical, rational human being and this, that, and the third. And then, he's getting into a discussion with Fatty and Ali, who are messy all the way anyway, which is what I love. But still, he gets on and he talks about this relationship. And then we just gonna, watch him go through it. I think Osa is one of those people that, tries to get along with people and fly under the radar. And he's one of those men who, he wants to get along with the panel. He doesn't want confrontation. He's a confrontation avoiding person. And so I just always felt like he was one of those people that reads the comments in the comment section and then he goes along with whatever's in the comment section, some of the time when it's easier instead of just saying, I have these thoughts. But he doesn't realize how messy this is to come on. Now there's more questions than a little. What happened also? You're such a communication person, guru, and you're such a logical person in X, Y, and Z, and the explanation he gives is even more difficult, even more messy. So let's get started with what he says.
So all of y'all, what y'all saying is right. Y'all can say all y'all want about me, but what I'm saying is Chief took the air. He's flying through the air, and y'all are mad at him. I took the force, it didn't work. You took the gravel, it didn't work. But y'all going on him like it's something wrong with him.
Nobody's mad at him. We're having a conversation.
No, y'all talking like it's
we all
managed to do the thing. He's managed to do the thing that none of us up here are doing.
How you know? How you know that? I haven't told you about my situation. You don't know what's going on.
Yo, chill out. Let's have one mic, please.
Did you submit to her or did she submit to you?
I think she submitted to me a lot.
Okay,
Ali, I got no information, Ali. So somebody's saying this mic. I didn't see this. So she got emotional and said she didn't want the relationship anymore, and then he just walked away. So she broke up with you.
What you just read, isn't that what I said?
No, she said it.
Who said it?
For my information, I might be wrong. She said.
You see how messy that is? Somebody probably told Fatty in confidence what happened, and then Fatty gonna bring it on the show. See, that's the difficulty in making these people confiding in people that are on the internet and who have shows. You never know what they're going to reveal at any given time, because I have never seen a person keep their mouth closed. I'm normally more open because I don't care, and people don't care what happens to me regarding my life. So nobody's really investigating me. But these people are young, and they should care about the information that is being conveyed out there. I'm not saying Fatty is wrong. Somebody told Fatty. That person who told Fatty, they're the ones who were wrong for spreading this information. But Fatty got on here and had to be messy. But then Fatty could be as messy as he wants to. Osa could have shut this down and not said anything, but he didn't.
But she got emotional and said she didn't want the relationship anymore, and then you walk away.
Isn't that what I said?
Oh, so you're saying that she wanted to break and you went full all the way? No. Oh.
And here's the thing. When a woman says that she doesn't want the relationship anymore, when she gets emotional and she doesn't want the relationship anymore, 9 times out of 10 is because nothing she does is correct. Nothing she does is right. She's always behind the 8 ball, like, I'm not good enough. Like, every time I do something, it's wrong. Or every time you do something, it's not something that I like. So, I mean, they had issues and problems, I'm sure, right? But it's even more convoluted as you speak. He contradicts himself once or twice. It's like, okay, did you break up with her, or she break up with you, or whatever? See, and the reason why they kept asking him and prodding him and putting him on the spot is because he never answered any direct questions. It's always vague and innuendo and all of this stuff from Osa. I don't know whether that's deliberate. Well, it is deliberate. But the whole point is he garners more questions than end of the conversations.
To break away.
What I said was she said something and she was emotional. She may not have meant it, and I carried it out to the full.
Okay,
it sounds like exactly what I just said.
It sounds like you said, yeah, you're actually right.
Okay.
I actually agree on that. So let's get Ali, close your mouth so it doesn't fly. Hey, Will, come back, Will, come back.
And also, we were addressing him about the fact that him submitting to his woman or not. He said he submits to his woman. You said she submitted to you.
Right, but I'm saying all I'm saying is he's in a situation.
Hold on.
Why are you gonna cut me off and then
because I'm still going because I didn't stop either. If she submitted, she would have been saying nothing to you. She would have been saying whatever she said for you to walk away. Mm-hmm. If she was submissive to you, she'd still be right with you.
Mm-hmm.
No, she's allowed to have a moment where she's not. That's crazy. So to think that she's gonna be 100%. She never not gonna say nothing. Come on,
I didn't say it.
Well, that's correct, because women have their own autonomy. So she has the opportunity to say whatever she likes. If she doesn't have the opportunity to say what she likes, then she's not going to be happy. Because every person has to be able to express themselves in relationships. Otherwise, they're not happy. It's how you express those things. But just because a person is submissive doesn't mean they have to suppress themselves. This is the problem with the word submissive. Women don't like that word because it means suppressing their independence. And nobody wants to be suppressed. Male or female.
I don't live in that world.
No, you took away. I didn't say she had a moment. I said she's not next to you. Our women can have moments. That's fine. But if she's truly submissive, she's not going anywhere. She's still right next to you. She can have her emotional moment. She can have her weakness, but she's still right next to you if she's submissive. So she didn't submit all the way. She left you.
She did. No. Okay. I did. Okay. Well, what? How did we? Fatty just found some.
Is true submission temporary? Is true submission temporary?
But in what?
That's what I'm asking.
In what, Fatty? So listen. No. Hold on. Because you just said. No. You gotta let me speak. You asking me questions. You gotta let me speak, bro.
It's true submission.
You gotta let me speak. But if you're saying that she left me, then we're having a different conversation because we just covered that I left her.
You just admitted
that's what I'm saying. We're not having the same conversation.
You just said she didn't want to be with you anymore, and you carried it out. That's what you just said. You changed it again.
I said she had a temporary feeling. She had an emotional reaction, and I carried it out.
She didn't want to be with you. She said she didn't want to be with you anymore, right?
See, and the question is, what is the emotional reaction? What did she react to? What did you do? What did you say that made her have an emotional reaction and say, I don't want this relationship anymore? What did you say? What did you do? This continued conversation just makes it even more curious and curiouser. See,
That's what she said in the moment, and if we know I know that was a temporary.
So when you walked away,
reaction
she
to
asked you to
something.
come. So when you walked away, she asked you to come back.
She didn't mean.
No, I'm asking you a question. When you walked away, when I say something I don't mean, I say, hey, babe, I ain't mean that. I want you to come back. When you left,
Okay, so then we agree.
When you left, nope.
We agree.
Nope. When you left, did she say, hey, Osa, I ain't mean that. Can you come back?
What do you think I mean when I say temporary?
I'm asking you.
Ali,
What do you think?
Ali,
Are you trying to beat a horse that don't even make sense to beat?
Ali,
Like,
that's the wrong question, Ali. The question
Yeah.
is, if it's a temporary emotion, why did you leave? Definitely. Like
That's
if you know that she was on her feelings temporary, all of us men on this panel know our woman one time.
Yeah.
It's something we not temporary. She was on her feelings, right? We
Cappuccino.
So the question will be, if you know exactly that what she said was a temporary feeling,
Mhm.
why did you make a definitive leave?
Mhm.
just because to instill the fact that things have consequences.
Wow. Okay. See, this is where we run off the rails. You all were having problems before that. According to you. So you got to this particular point and you said, okay, I'm here to teach her a lesson. She got emotional. She said, I don't want this no more. You said, okay, fine. And then you walked out the door. So that tells me that you didn't really want the relationship anyway. Because if somebody can have an emotional response and you knew it was a temporary thing, you knew it was not wanting to be a permanent thing, and you walked away anyway, that was just an excuse for you to walk away. That's all you got to say. It was an excuse for you to walk away. Okay.
No care how you feel. Things have consequences. I don't have to deal with that. I'm not the simp that everyone thinks that I am.
He don't have to deal with that. So now you're getting the backbone about what was going on in your relationship. What do you mean simp? What does that have to do with anything? Your woman had an emotional moment and then you decided you weren't going to let her get over that. You weren't going to let her clear that. So you weren't invested in that relationship either. There were issues, there were problems before that. I get it. But you apparently had no reason to stay, no desire to figure out what was going on. I don't know the inner workings of that, but I do know if you knew it was temporary, why would you let me go out in a blaze of glory like that? Why would you say, oh, okay, fuck it, I ain't doing it? He said to instill consequences. Instill consequences? Did I call you a bitch ass nigga or something like that? Did I say anything that was something that you couldn't come back from? That's the whole point. The whole point is we have people out here in the dating world that don't know the difference between permanent consequences, permanent actions, temporary, whatever. Because apparently you didn't know it was temporary. You thought it was permanent. And people say, y'all say women are emotional. So why would you believe her when she said, I don't want this, I don't want it no more? You should have pulled her together and said, hey, look. Let's calm down. Cooler heads prevail. Blase woo. No, what you said was get the fuck on. Wow.
Or that I come
I
off.
don't know. We know. Hey,
We said that. We said that about you.
We said you. Hey, also, you know who you are? We said this first time I met you.
Yeah.
You are the one that every time before they leave the house, he puts the sheep and
You said that.
he goes on top of the house. I'm a sheep.
I don't pretend to be a sheep.
Like a sheep, bro.
I don't pretend. The difference is I don't pretend to be a sheep. People just think that. They take my kindness for like softness, so it comes off like that. But I don't pretend. I'm not.
Yo, I don't think he's a sheep. I think he's more of a person. He's more calculated than that. He's more calculated probably on here as opposed to being in real life. I think he's more calculated than that. I think he plays the odds and what looks good, that's what he says or he does. It comes across that way, calculating.
Kind person. I'm a kind.
Was love loving.
Yeah, she was.
So then what happened at the end? Or what made her say, hey, I don't want to be with you? What made her say, hey, I don't want to be with you anymore? What did you do?
It was a temporary. I wasn't in a good mood that day. There was a lot that I was dealing with in the relationship. There was things that she wanted out of the relationship that maybe she didn't feel that she was getting. There wasn't clear communication. Matter of fact, get my book, You Suck at Communication. There wasn't clear communication.
We got to buy your book.
And so
I will buy your book also.
it would be a good idea. It would be a good
Outlier.
idea. Use
And
something
actually,
communication.
give me the link. I'll
It's on
put in the
Amazon.
bio. We are going to.
How many pages is it? 2 pages?
No, yeah, no, it's for your speed. Yeah, 75 pages. That's for your speed. You don't want to
75 pages of you not confused.
Also, this is what this is, and Will can go after, and then we go to the main event, friends. Also, remember when we having these conversations and we said that this is the responsibility of women because they can't regulate themselves, and you literally told me, brother, it's your responsibility because you are the leader. You did something to make.
I didn't say that, but okay.
Also, so you didn't
I don't remember
say
saying that, but okay.
So you didn't say that if a woman is acting up, it's because the man is not providing like good leadership, he's not providing a safe space, he's not providing all these things that make a woman actually.
But you have to understand, sometimes Osa plays the simp role and he's sympathetic with the women, and then sometimes he's got to get on the man's side. When they keep teasing him, bugging him and all that stuff, he gets back on the man's side. But most of the time he's on the woman's side, understanding communication is key, understanding that you have to reach out more, we have to extend ourselves more. He's usually on the side of doing the right thing. But sometimes he gets over there with the men and talk that red pill nonsense bullshit. So this is what they're calling him out on right now.
It's feminine friendly and all that. You say that?
I don't remember. I can't imagine why I would say that because I've seen the opposite many times. Regardless of how much I do good job of leading or whatever, I've seen the opposite. I don't know why I would say that. Maybe it was a different context, but.
Are you admitting that it was her fault that our relationship didn't work?
If I said that I ended it, then
oh shit, she's back. She's back home.
I said that she was good. I said she was a good woman. I said that she was submissive, and I said that she was loyal. And then I said,
yeah, but my thing is this: if she's all those things in a bag of chips, why would you need to end it? That would be my question. I don't know no other question, but that would be my question. Wait a minute, I'm giving you everything. She's fit. She's submissive. She's loyal, all of that. Why would she want to? If she's all these things, then you must have been the fuck up. You must have been the fuck up. Not saying that you fucked up on a big, gigantic basis, but you had to be the person to bring. Oh, this is how it always go. She's fit, feminine, and friendly. My understanding is Love is fit. She's a friendly person. She feminine too, because you could tell she's very feminine. You said she's submissive, loyal, blah, blah, blah. Why wasn't she good enough for you? Why wasn't she good enough for you to stay? She wasn't good enough. It had nothing to do with her. It had to do with you and what the flaws that you had inside of you. They couldn't see her worth or whatever, or you just didn't want to see her worth, or you just didn't want to be the boyfriend that she needed. We got it. Okay, I got it. HQ got it.
I ended it. So I'm not, I can't blame her.
If she was all that, you wouldn't leave her. If she
Like,
was a
who she was all that?
One second. If she was a good woman, if she was submissive, if she was all of this, and actually, when Amp did this meeting, Love pulled up, and for the first time we actually saw a Love kind of how she built. She actually is a good-looking woman. I thought that she was kind of but she actually is a good build. Like she has a good build. If she has the body, if she is submissive, she sees a good woman, if she's all that, if it was just a temporary lapse, because women are women, like why would you put the fish back on the ocean? Why not keep the fish?
Throw the fish back in the water because I got options.
What? Options? Why do people think they have more options than they do? Why? Osa, you have to figure out your SMV. I'm sorry, men, I gotta say this. Just because you think you have options out here and the women are giving you the X, Y, and Z, that doesn't mean you have good options out here. You had a real physical woman in front of you who you could have worked with, and you felt like you could do better. This is what you're saying. And it's like, oh no, that's why I won't get involved with people on the internet, because you think you could do better. Because you said you have options. When people say they have options, they say that basically what they're saying is that person wasn't good enough. Even though she was fit, feminine, friendly, submissive, and all that, she still wasn't good enough. What was wrong? That she wasn't good enough. What was the deal? I know what it was. HQ know what it was.
Oh my
There's my boy Osa.
But Fatty, I asked her if love was loving. He said she was loving. He said he had his issue. He wasn't giving her what she needed. It was his communication. So if you were the problematic person and she said something she didn't mean, why would you walk away instead of being a better leader and being a better man for her so y'all stay in a relationship? You said it was your communication, and you said you weren't giving her what she needed.
No, I didn't put the communication. I think
you did. You said you wrote a book.
You said
you wrote a book, a 75-page book on communication. You said go get it.
Hey, Ali, I forget this in your butt real
in our
quick.
relationship. Yeah, please, Will. Let's.
No. Hey, Will. Let him concede. Hey, hold on, Will. I'm gonna let you come. Hold on, real quick. I'm coming right back up here, real fast. Did you not just say when I asked her if love is loving, you said yes, love was loving. I said, what happened? You said, well, maybe I wouldn't give her what she need, and I wouldn't communicate. That's what. And I said, what? Yeah.
I said we. I said we weren't communicating. I said we is a two-way street. Communication two-way street.
Okay,
I said
so
we were having issues. I didn't put it on either one of us.
So she wasn't giving you what you needed in the relationship.
She was to a degree, and then there were some things that weren't, like every relationship. But for the most part, she was doing what she was supposed to do.
Okay, so for the most part, she was doing what she's supposed to do. Were you, for the most part, doing what you were supposed to do? Oh, so then why would you walk away from something?
I feel like it, but you'd have to ask. You'd have to ask her. You'd have to ask her that question.
No, she already said that she didn't want this, which meant he was not doing all that he needed to do, which tells me this is hard. This is part of the dynamic that women run into all the time. Men feel as though they're doing their part, and women say, hell fucking no, you ain't doing all you supposed to do. So my question is this: Osa, all the nice, personable Osa who likes to agree with women a lot of the times with the talking points of the women, is not so much different from every other man who is selfish when it comes to relationship. I've heard the argument that women are selfish. Men are also selfish. And I made this argument at the time. We're both selfish. When we first enter into relationships, we're thinking about the advantages that we have as ourselves. It's only when we begin to integrate with each other, integrate our lives, when you're supposed to put down your selfish mask and start thinking of the good of both the man, you and the woman, you and the man. You're supposed to start thinking of us, okay? Now, Osa, being one of the people who agree with women a lot of the times, because I've seen him before, why is it that he never got on that particular page with love? Why wasn't he all that she wanted him to be? Because she said, I don't want this no more, which meant he was not giving all that he was supposed to. And maybe he thought he was, but he wasn't.
If you both were doing majority of what you were supposed to be doing, and she had a moment, why would you walk away from a woman who's doing majority of what she was supposed to be doing?
Well, you could simplify this, Ali, because you guys are going to have a tug of war.
Because you got options. And hold on, and Will, last woman. If you're such a loyal, good man and leader, how you got options?
I never said that. I don't come on here on the internet and say that.
Whoa. You just said that. You just said, I don't have to put up with that because I got options. You don't have to put up with what? Let's read it. Read it, HQ. She said, I don't want this no more. He said, I got options. I don't have to put up with that. You don't have to put up with what? You don't have to put up with what she's demanding. She's demanding things from you, but you're not stepping up to the plate to those demands. Because you got options. Because you can do what you want to do. You ain't got to do what she wants you to do. You can do what you want to do.
Come on,
you just said you had options.
I said she was loyal. I said she was loyal. I didn't say nothing about me.
He didn't say nothing about him being loyal. Oh my goodness. What was going on in that relationship? Oh my goodness. See, I'm one of those women. If I'm dating you, I will give you 6 months to pull your shit together. Meaning, I will give you 6 months to fuck off. After those 6 months, if you're still coming around, your shit should be together. I should be your choice. If that's the case, you should know whether you're attracted to me enough that we can go long term. You should know whether my disposition is what you like. You should know whether you can live with it. You should know whether you can meet my expectations. I'm just saying. HQ out here.
Why didn't you continue?
Man, this dude just said he got options.
Ali, you need to pay more attention, Ali. Hey, Osa. Was that?
Nah, I think because Ali wanted to get with her. Ali wanted to get with her, and then I think somebody kind of trying to get.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Ali.
Oh, you see, Osa trying to throw Ali under, but Ali was like, "What the fuck is he talking about?" Oof. Ooh, Ali, I love you, Ali. I love you. Y'all be messy as hell up in this mother.
Hey, no, you know what's actually funny, Osa?
I think he wanted to scoop because I don't know why he's so interested.
No, hey, Osa, let me say this. When Ali went to This Might Be Risky the first time, the ladies literally started fighting because of him. Literally, remember that shit? I think it was like 3 women saying, "Why you not? This is my man," right? So let me ask you something, Osa, because I don't think people actually paid attention to Osa. Is the person that literally opened the door and got home a woman? Is that a woman?
No, sorry, ask that again.
Somebody opened the door and you look like he literally opened the door. They did the keys thing, so I have keys. Was that a woman? Was that your new woman?
Wait, I don't. I'm sorry, I don't know.
Somebody. Oh, so you are talking with us right now, right?
Yeah.
I have a window right here, like you can hear.
Okay.
Right. My question is, when they open the door right now and they have the keys because you didn't have to stand up, was that your new woman? Or that your option?
Oh, you heard the? No. That I have a son. I have my 8-year-old son.
That's your
watching.
son.
No one walked in the house.
But since you said you have options, did you already replace her?
No comment.
That's dirty. Osa. See, and this is what I mean by Osa's messy. He don't mean to be messy. He might be a nice guy. He just might be. He seemed to be. He's personable and all those good things. He might be. But I swear, you can't fuck with people like Ali and Fatty and expect not to come out of your ass with the answers that they want. I ain't replaced her yet. Yeah. What? Osa. So all you had to say was, "No, I didn't replace her." Then he tried to clean it up.
No, love can't be replaced.
Oh, no.
Shut up.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I ain't
Players from the
I didn't replace
Himalayas.
her. No, I ain't
Player
replaced her.
from the Himalayas. Shout out to my boy.
Also.
Okay, say
I
it,
ain't replaced her.
Hey, man.
I ain't replaced her.
See, now you backing up. You can't say things like this. You cannot give them the whole shalada, because you walked right on out there. You walked into that, Osa, and that meant turn around, not walk into the bullshit. Okay, this is what I mean. You can't let them do this to you. Why are you always letting people do this to you, Osa? Specifically Fatty and Ali. Now he's saying he's the one who ended it. Okay, so we don't know who ended it. We don't know any of those things. We also know that Osa will dance around everything before he becomes... Well, we can surmise a lot of things. Like I said, they were having issues before between him and Love. They should have figured out what their cover story was going to be, and then they should have stuck with that cover story. They should have decided together, if we're not going to go back on the internet, we have to be very clear as to what we say. I don't want to look bad out there in the internet. You don't want to look bad out there in the internet. This is what we're going to say. Please don't put any details out there and let people figure out what the hell they want to figure out. Now you got people poking and prodding, and then you don't have Osa to keep his mouth shut, because Osa's going to talk, because he's upfront, and he's an upfront most of the times he's upfront with what he thinks and he feels. But this is too much out there because now people are wondering why you was such a shitty boyfriend. These are the questions that HQ got because she said, I don't want this no more. You did something. She said, I don't want you no more. I don't want you no more. And you said, okay, fine. I'm walking away because I don't have to put up with that because I can do what I want to do because I got options. This is what you said. And I bet you this is the scenario. This is the scenario. Wow, Osa. You messy.